Representative Costa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for this important hearing today. I, too, like many of our colleagues here today, mourn the loss of our dear friend, Jerry Connolly, and our thoughts and prayers go to him and his family. Mr. Secretary, there are a couple different issues I want to touch upon here that have been raised, but I would like clarity on. First of all, would you agree that the transatlantic alliance, the partnership post-World War II, has been a hallmark of freedom throughout the world?
Yes, and it continues to be a strong feature of our foreign policy.
Yes. You said that you had not discussed post-closures as it relates to those in Europe as part of your overhaul of the State Department. 4 are in France, 3 in Germany, 1 in Italy, 1 in Portugal, 1 in Brazil, not Europe. But and then I thought you said that no determination has yet been made with those post-closures?
No, there was an article. Some of these are cultural places, like, I forget the exact ones, but they're not even embassies or consulates. But they're not being closed, but I don't know where these things are coming from. I mean, people are putting stuff out there. Now,
if you could respond with a letter on that point, I would appreciate that.
Sure. Well, I can tell you this. If
the
we find a
Consul
post
General I
that's
know in
wasteful, we'll
Portugal
close it. But
is our oldest.
What's that?
And the Consul General's post in Portugal is our oldest historically.
I don't know where that's coming
well,
from. I mean, that's
okay.
a press report.
We'll clear that up later on. Mr. Secretary, America has been the beacon of light for democracy, post-World War II certainly, and almost every president has been used as a voice of a defender of democratic principles. Do you agree that China and Russia are our adversaries today, along with Iran, I might add?
I think both, well, there's no doubt in the case of China seeks to replace us on the world stage as the world's most powerful country. In the case of Russia, they clearly do not support a world order in which the United States plays the role it's currently played, so they're an adversary in that front. In the case of Iran, they're a threat to regional peace. I wouldn't say they're a global threat, but they're an increasing threat.
No, I understand. And I would even go further. I consider today modern-day Russia a syndicate masquerading as a country with a mob boss called Putin. And so in these negotiations, I want to do a comparative analogy. The president has indicated that with Iran, as we've noted, that maximum pressure are the tactics that will be used to engage Iran to ensure that they do not obtain nuclear capability. Is that correct?
Maximum pressure on Iran?
Right.
As compelling them to not seek a nuclear weapon?
Right.
Correct. Or the alternative is worse?
Yes. In the negotiations that the president is trying to seek a ceasefire and a peace between Ukraine and Russia, I would like to ask you why the president has not considered using maximum pressure on Russia to ensure, which we have the ability to do so. Sanctions are being considered, as you know, over in the Senate, additional sanctions, to pressure Russia into a ceasefire mode and to a peace agreement, realizing that they've broken the last 3 agreements they've had with Ukraine in the last 20 years.
Well, I think the president has made clear that he understands clearly he has options with increased sanctions on Russia if necessary. He would prefer that they agree to a peace deal. And so it's a process of trying to encourage them to reach peace. If ultimately that doesn't work, the president has publicly stated he's very well aware of the sanctions options, devastating sanctions options that he has.
And I just want to make sure that we're clear about this because we have leverage on Russia. And it's not clear to me that we're using it in the same sense that we're using it with Iran. And I think, frankly, we and our allies must be together in defending democracy. And certainly Ukraine is a democratic and intending to become more democratic, wants to join with the West, with the European Union, as well as ultimately with NATO. And I think Poland, Romania, and the Baltic states are watching very carefully to America's commitment to Ukraine. Let me go on quickly here. The effort was raised, and you commented on Armenia and Azerbaijan, another country that Azerbaijan that has not kept its commitments in the Minsk Accord. We've tried to get Republican and Democratic administrations to forego the waiver on Section 907 on military aid to Azerbaijan. Finally, last year, the Biden administration rightfully refused to issue the waiver. I think it should be permanent. What is your position, and will you commit to not resisting Section 907 waiver again this year that would block military aid to Azerbaijan?
Well, we haven't made a determination on that yet, because what we're focused on right now is getting them to agree to a peace agreement that does not cause them to invade a neighboring country in Armenia. We would like to prevent that from happening. The president's very committed to preventing wars, and we've tried to outline to both sides, especially the Azerbaijani side, the tremendous benefits that would come from signing a peace deal and not engaging in a war that we would find to be destructive, counterproductive, and the last thing we need right now in the region.
And Armenia is looking for our help and our support.
Representative Kane is recognized.